There, I'm breaking my studio to show you this. This is my favorite right here. Oh shit, I didn't clean my Helix. You know my Helix is dirty by now. Swipe, holy crap, my Helix is so dirty. Actually looking at it close up, kind of disgusting that I just put this on my face. What's up, Helix users? This is Steve Sterlacci, and today we are looking at the new 3.5 update, the single biggest improvement in tone since the Helix was introduced. This is a huge update. A lot of cool stuff has been implemented into here. I wouldn't say a quantity of stuff, but the stuff that's added is like holy crap type of stuff. The main feature, main event being the complete cabinet rework. Everybody always complained about the stock cabs in the Helix, but now there's no reason to complain because we got a full rework of the cabinet section, and it's so intuitive and it's so easy to use and it's so easy to make it sound great. Aside from that, you get your standard things that you added a bunch of features, you know, all the good stuff, whatever it is, regular stuff. Let's talk about quickly what was added, and then I want to get back into these cabs because that's what I'm most excited about. So aside from the cabinet rework, all of the cabinets that we already had, a bunch of them. I don't know if it's every single one, I didn't cross-check, but there's a whole list of cabinets that we already had that are now in the new cabinet software. The new amps that we got are the Sun Model T, we got the PV Vitriol, which is the PV Invective. We got 2 channels in that. Some new effects that we got. It's called the Pillars OD, which is based on the Earthquaker Plumes, very popular pedal. We got the Vital Distortion, which is a Earthquaker Life pedal, another popular one. Vital Boost, which is the boost side of the Life pedal. We got a 4-voice chorus, which is a Line 6 original. We got a Flexo Vibe, which is a new mono or stereo vibe pedal. A new reverb, Dynamic Ambience Reverb. This is going to be a cool amp in the room feeling type of reverb. That's going to be cool. We'll touch on that. We got the Boss Octaver, which is really nice. Instead of using the pitch block, you could just throw this in there. Also with the cabinets, we now have the ability to pair impulse responses. So instead of just having one impulse or put it into a parallel path, you can now select 2 impulse responses, pan them hard left and right, or mix and match them in mono, whichever way you prefer it. This increases the flexibility exponentially when it comes to using IRs. And because of the improvements to the Helix core, which is like they completely rebuilt the engine again on the inside, the new cabs and IRs are now 66 to 80% less DSP. So they're going to take up less clutter, less room, allow you to put more things in the preset. So if you want to use your pitch blocks, it's now more able to do that because the cabinet section will be taking up significantly less DSP than it used to. And then selfishly, my favorite part of the update is when you're actually making adjustments on the unit, the encoder knobs, now when you turn the knob, they act like they're a real knob. I've been asking for this since like day 1 with the Helix. Instead of having to, if you got a Helix, you know this, you're just like, okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're just constantly whipping that knob around. And now it's actually a knob where you go from 0 to full. There, I'm breaking my studio to show you this. This is my favorite right here. Oh shit, I didn't clean my Helix. You know my Helix is dirty by now. Come on, get over it. So now if you can see the treble knob, it goes from 0 to 10 just from one normal swipe. Holy crap, my Helix is so dirty. Actually looking at it close up, kind of disgusting that I just put this on my face. I think I need to clean this. Unsung hero of the update in my opinion. All right, so let's take a look at this cab software. Got HX Edit open here. I'm not even gonna build a preset in this. We're gonna build presets in another video. I'm gonna build a bunch of free ones with workflow, walkthrough, and all that stuff. So now here you have a single, dual, legacy, and legacy of each one. The new ones will obviously be these first 2, and the legacy, if you like the old stock cabs, you could still select legacy and be fine there. So the cool part, when you select dual, you have a link here that when you pull up a cabinet, it's going to automatically pair it with another of the same cabinet. So if I were to take this link off and I select a different cabinet, you'll see now it's not going to match up. But this is really useful if you want to use one cabinet with 2 microphones, which is a very popular miking technique. You could just click on the microphone on one, change it to like a 57, change this one to, for example, oh, I nailed it. Look at that, a 121. And you can now change the position. You can either click and drag it, or you can just use the slider. And conveniently for the position, if you're not sure, they have these little notches in here. I guess you did tenths, even though they're digital knobs, where you have the center, and then I think it's 3.9. Oh, you have cap edge at 1.9, and then at the end you have edge. So you have 3 basic easy ones, but I definitely encourage you to, what we're going to do later too, when I build these presets, we're going to set this to our expression pedal in pedal edit mode, and we're going to slide this around and find where it sounds best. That's going to be a lot of fun when we get into these cabs. And now you can also set the level. So if you want the 121 mic, you know, and the ribbon usually you want to dial out a little bit, you could just bring this volume down, and then the 57 volume's untouched. And then you can also pan these. So if you want the 57 to be hard right, and you want the 121 to be hard left, it's not something I normally do, but for example, if I'm going to take this cabinet and I want to use two 57s, and I want them to be the exact same miking technique, you can hard pan them left and right. You can also add a delay now so that they'll be slightly out with one another, which is going to add a bigger stereo image and make it sound a lot fatter. And you have your standard low and high cuts. You can also change the angle from 0 to 45 degrees. Another common miking technique is just turning that microphone to 45 degrees. And you still have your regular old distance that we had previously. I highly encourage you to check out these different new parameters that you have in the cab section. Really, really gonna be a game changer when it comes to building presets. And now let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at that IR section. So instead of single here, you can now change this to dual. And then when you select your IR, you have IRA and IRB. So now you can select, and it's the same thing as the cabinets. I mean, I'm just picking arbitrary examples here. We have impulse response A, and we have impulse response B. You can now adjust the level of one or the other. You can pan these any way you want. If you want IRB to be hard right, same thing like we did with the cabinet before. You can also reverse the polarity to get some different type of textures. This tab here that says both, you can set a delay to either one, again, to give you that bigger stereo image. All right, so that is everything you need to know about the 3.5 update, the single biggest sonic improvement to the Helix. We are next going to build some presets and check out what a lot of these sound like. If you have any questions on the update, what was included, or how to use certain things, ask them below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and go enjoy 3.5.